I'm B. Cummings, and I'm running for President of the Republic of Liberia. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians.
Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. My Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. My Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. You like to vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. You want to that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Our blessing and so fair. Our fulfill and so fair. I say our blessing and so fair. Our fulfill and so fair. That vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. How much carbon? You that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. To all my chocolate, you that vote for Mr. Cummings. Sweet chocolate, you that vote for Mr. Cummings. To the paper, no more paying children school fee. Children will go to school for free. Barry and water by always.
Our first priority is infrastructure. It's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. The second priority for us is job creation for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. This is what the coming ANC-led government will commit to you, the Liberian people.
Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. My Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. My Liberian people, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. You like to vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. You want to that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. Our blessing and so fair. Our fulfill and so fair. I say our blessing and so fair. Our fulfill and so fair. That vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. How much carbon? You that vote for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that vote for Mr. Cummings. So all my chocolate, you that vote for Mr. Cummings. Sweet chocolate, you that vote for Mr. Cummings. Wave your flag, wave your flag, wave your flag, wave your flag. NCC, oh yeah, oh yeah. NBC, victory.
Alexander Cummings album. Keep on the explode. The leaders I love, the leaders I love, the ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. I've been praying to God every day, please give me a leader. He gave me a leader with love for his people. He gave me a leader who will deliver us from poverty. God look at Liberia with mercy from high. He gave me my ABC, now he wants me in my way. Somebody give me chance. ABC coming, somebody give me chance. I'm talking the talk and do, somebody give me chance. Talk and do, somebody give me chance. The coming the talk and do, somebody give me chance. For ghetto education, somebody give me chance. For good health system, somebody give me chance. For good infrastructure, somebody give me chance. Oh, somebody give me chance. Okay. Way back, you are giving me corporate. Way back, you are giving me small money. Then you tell me say you are coming to face the road. And you tell me say you are coming to face the school. And you tell me say corruption was going to finish. But how come I never see you do nothing? I say how come everything too hard? I've been praying to God every day, please give me a leader. Please give me a leader with love for these people. Please give me a leader who will deliver vocabulary with mercy from high. He gave me my APC, now you want to stay in my way. Please give me chest. I said get up for him my face. Somebody give me chest. APC coming, somebody give me chest. Alexander B coming, somebody give me chest. He coming with his partner, somebody give me chest. We talking but talk and do. Somebody give me chest. Talk and do. We talking but talk and do. Somebody give me chest. Talk and do. We talking but talk and do. Somebody give me chest. I said you tell a plenty talking. Somebody give me chest. Talk. Somebody give me chest. Talk. Somebody give me chest. Oh, somebody give me chest.
Hi, hello. Don't ask me why I'm in the dark, so don't worry. I'm sitting somewhere. I am in the dark. And if you can hear me, I'm using a new mic. Okay, good. Oh, this microphone is nice. I'm using a nice microphone, new one. Yeah. Nice little mic. That's what I'm using. Okay, guys, how are you today? Share this video. If you're a supporter of Alex Cummings, you will share this video. The only people that will not share this video are the haters, are the ones who don't want to see Liberia moving forward. The Liberians who don't want to see us progressing. The one who God bless. They came to America. They enjoying themselves. They look at the brother and sister back and they say, you're too lazy. You will watch me. You will insult me. You will not share it. But after the show, at least you will get something out of me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. That when I come on, you on. I'm not looking. I don't worry about that number. You know what? I tell people every day, there are a lot of people who watch the show, don't comment. Some people don't comment, but they inbox me and tell me, man, I was sitting to this place, I watched the show. Thank you very much. Maybe I will be bringing up Anthony if he's available so we can discuss. Today, I told you that I said that I will be talking about the Nima Bowen letter that she wrote. You know, I've been looking at the letter and I asked myself the question, why now? Why they sat down for so long, my people? You're listening to me. You might not agree with me, but I think it will make sense. But if it's not making sense, that means what? It's nonsense. You know, like Darrell did not say it's nonsense and the people pay up. And I think he should not let the studio anyway. But look, she wrote a nice letter. If the opposition don't come together, if Tiawan Gonglo, Mr. Bwaka, and Mr. Cummings don't come together, George Weah will win. Let me make you to understand today that the game they play, that is the game because President Weah and the CDC are using these same people to play that game, that so-called funny little fake game, to say, oh, if you don't come together, President Weah will win. President Weah can never belongs to God, but President Weah can never win. These people are afraid of Mr. Cummings. Now, listen, where was Nima Bowen when the CPP, member of the CPP, another political leader, took Mr. Cummings to court? Where was she? She never said nothing. Where was Nima Bowen when Mr. Bwaka testified against Mr. Cummings on the bogus charges? And then you say, oh, they subpoena me. But you testify, you bear false witness against another man. They have done so many things to damage Mr. Cummings, to destroy him. but they can't destroy him. Where was Theo Gonglo, a lawyer, or renowned lawyer, to even just speak out, to say, we're not saying support Mr. Cummings, but to just speak out and say, no, X, Y, Z, and blah, 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 blah. Nobody said nothing. After they left the party, they abandoned the CPP under the leadership of Ambassador Bouaka, a man who spent 40 years into public service. Could not even bring the CPP together. Under his leadership, the CPP damaged completely. We are still trying to repair it. They damaged the engine, we fix it. They damaged this one, we fix it. Today, people are calling for togetherness. My people, let me tell you something today. Nobody should tell me that if the CPP don't come together, President Weah will win. That is the game, because they don't have nothing to run on. That is some of the game that the social media and some of the radio stations like Spoon or whatsoever trying to play on the Liberian people think that they will be in sympathy. Listen, Lima Bowen, she been silent for so long. She lived in Ghana. She won the Nobel Peace Prize. She was one of those on the beach and on airfield along with the women. She got what she wanted. In these dying days, they try to make Mr. Cummings look as if he's nothing. They're not talking, they're telling Mr. Cummings to forget everything. Some of us that believe in Mr. Cummings' leadership, some of us that believe that Mr. Cummings is the only man who doing the work, who go into every corner of Liberia to talk to the Liberian people, who has a platform, who telling us, say, this is how we can solve it. We should push it aside because we must compensate people. Look, we're not talking about how long you spend. We're looking for a leadership. Do you think Ellen Johnson was the most qualified Liberian at the time when she ran against Ambassador Bromsky and all the other guys? No, she was not. But she was the only candidate with the international contacts, with the contacts outside, that the people could relate to her. Today, in this time that we're in, Mr. Cummings is the only candidate who has shown a leadership. Under his chairmanship in the CPP, we were able to establish the entire CPP and put the offices around the country and won elections and kept the CPP alive under his leadership. Did everything. He went all over and carried the name CPP. But because they can't defeat him in the CPP, they are telling him, oh, Mr. Cummings, you need to go with this. Why should Mr. Cummings go as VP to Mr. Bouaka? We're talking about democracy. The beauty of democracy is for people to participate. When you lose, it's not a fair game. Democratic process is not a fair game. But if Mr. Cummings can make himself available to that process, Liberia, we should be ashamed of ourselves. The old politicians continue to fool us. Lima Bowen is no different. How should we be brave to say, if we don't come together, President Weah will win? On what ground? What she saw, what she's looking at. But let me tell you something. 2017, ANC was on their own. Liberty Party was on their own. 2017. Unity Party was the ruling party. Unity Party is made out of three parties: Liberian Action Party and Liberian Unification Party. They dissolved these two parties and they joined the Unity Party. The CDC, Congress for Democratic Change, listen to me. and joined the NPP and LPDP. There were three parties. And then before getting the support of Prince Johnson. Yet and still, President Weah got 38% in our election. With all the seditions, all the people from NPP, LPDP, they voted. He got only 38% out of 22. And he was the most popular guy. In that second round, other Liberians say we will stand with the opposition no matter what. In the ANC, when Mr. Cummings decided, those of us said, no, Mr. Cummings, we will vote according to the way we want to vote. So Mr. Cummings said, okay, everybody do what they want to do. And everybody went their way. Some people from ANC voted for CDC. Some people from other parties voted for CDC because CDC at the time was the opposition party. So 2017, the people rejected UP because UP was the ruling party. People are not happy. They wanted change. They wanted new face. They wanted something new. And they brought President Weah into power. And when President Weah took over, after 3 months, within 3 months, people started to see the weakness and the bad leadership of President Weah. Those who joined, like the likes of Ben Senvi and Musa Belete, all the guys who voted for George Weah, Youngly Kanga, everybody started to come back. They said, we made a mistake. Then the seditions, the smart seditions, the qualified ones who saw President Weah making all the mistakes, they said, this is not what we signed for. This is not what we signed up for. This is not what we went in the rain and sun for 12 years to see President Weah doing. They back off. They tried their best. The 6 months, 7 months, it was not working. They left. They're doing good. Some of them are doing good. They're done. They're not talking. They got the other ones who are so greedy, who say, I will stick there no matter what. Because if I go to America, I get nothing to do. I will stay hustle. I will stay around. Since that election, President Weah have never lifted the hands of any Liberian and won. Well, they're not President Weah on the ballot. But if it's not President Weah on the ballot, and if President Weah can pull your hand up and you don't win, his hands were up there too. He lost CDC's strongest hold, Montserrat County, where in Montserrat County, 17 district, CDC had 9 of that district. They lost it 2 times in a row to opposition. Until CDC start to hide behind independent candidate to win. To show that they don't have it anymore, they go behind independent candidate and pretend as able just to win. Just to say, oh yes, but he was CDC before, he was a sedition before. Now, with the bad leadership, we see what's going on today. The woman in the market, she will sell, the business will break down. The woman who's selling the cold water just to survive, when she sells today, she got to eat. If they buy the water tank had it done. The children in the street selling cold water, they can't go to school. But this government continue to lie. You think Liberians will sit there and disgrace themselves to commit a suicide, to kill themselves while they're alive? Nima Bowen, what are you thinking about? Have you received any money for George Weah to say that if we don't come together, President Weah will win election? And I see people on Spoon saying that Mr. Cummings cannot win George Weah. You're right and see. ANC, the entire, from the UP to the CDC and whosoever, the biggest problem is Alexander Cummings. And my people, that is the only candidate who doing the work. That is the only candidate who is going around the country with a platform and tell you, say, this is the problem of Liberia and this is how we can solve it. It's not how I can solve it. We're looking for leadership. Because you're 12 years, you're 30 years into government, it make no change. Liberia voted for change. And George, we have failed them. They will vote for change again. And the only change candidate in that group is Alex Cummings. So it's better for us to try to change. They all are qualified Liberians. Do you think, George, we are qualified? Was the most qualified Liberian in the group when he won the election? No, he was not. He was the least qualified Liberian. But they wanted a new face. They wanted a new face. And let me tell you, in politics, popularity pays well in politics. But it fails so badly that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you go down the drain like when an old car coming down the hill with no brakes. That has president we are looking today. Yes, sedition will go around. They will truck people from one place to another place. But nobody should fool us. We're not stupid people. We're seeing it every day. Until President Weah cannot even go around Maserati anymore. Then you say that he will win. But let me say this to you. This coming election, we might have 4 or 5 candidates. We will have 4 or 5 candidates. President Weah can get 51 plus 1. He can. The only option of taking President Weah into any second round is because of cheating. Or they might put him into that group along with somebody. And you know, when I hear people saying that, once Mr. Bwaka is in the race, Mr. Cummings will not win. Don't worry, then relax yourself and bring it on. Bring it on. We're not going to sit there and don't talk and you playing hide and seek. You playing hide and seek. Well, you know, Liberian politics is so dirty, my people. Let me tell you something. Two guys from Nima County. There's an auxiliary group organized by the Midwest from America in Nima County. And this boy who organized the program, who they say, oh, ANC auxiliary endorsed Mr. Cummings, was the chairman, the secretary. Yes, it's true. It is that right. It is that right. Guess what? Because the auxiliary in America told him that they would not work with him because they asked him to put a budget together. This dude had in mind to send a budget of 750,000 United States dollars that he want to use in Nima County. I'm telling you something serious. That's why when they said he switched to CPP and to UP, we laugh. He contacted Mr. Uri. To them, oh, it was a big thing. Uri then sent money, oh, organize this thing. And guess what? They trucked people from Maserati to Nima County. The chairman and the secretary general. It's just an auxiliary that was organized from the group in America, the Midwest. They organized that group. But these big guys, they love to steal. The people told him, said, listen, my man, that money you call for, we can't give it to you. He won this, how many 40 cars, this and that, gave it up because he didn't put in America. Then he started forcing. They put in one in serious and this and that. This is how they steal. You know, sometimes what people in Liberia, we know I was in Liberia. I will not shy away from anything, and I will hit it the way I want to. Most of our people on the ground, when you into politics, they think you get the money sitting down like a whole thing. So the public, oh, ANC auxiliary John endorsed Mr. Bwaka. That's their right. We invest. But guess what? By the time one person endorsed Mr. Cummings, oh, they got it all over the place. And today, guess what? The chairman of Liberation Party endorsed Mr. Cummings. And we would take it. We would take it with a pride. Any endorsement to Mr. Cummings, we would take it with a pride. You can say that Kiase in jail, Kiase is not the owner. He could be the founder of a party, but he's not the owner of the party. It has nothing to do with him. He's a corrupt guy. He's going to jail. It's finished. It only tells us that. and people in Liberia were supporting him. But because the people in the Liberation Party know, listen, this guy, you see, I tell you, always know about the candidate. Don't just know the candidate. Know about Alex Cummings. You're doing business in America, do it in a clean way. Because you know Uncle Sam will go after you. So it proving that Mr. Cummings is the only consistent politician. Mr. Cummings have changed the way Liberian people do politics. This is the man who lost an election and remained in the country and never left. He stayed in Liberia. He lived in Liberia. He will be buried in Liberia. This man have done a lot for Liberia. And it's shameful. Yesterday on the radio, when I was on the radio, a lady called, they call her Rachel. Oh, and Mr. Cummings went and took money to lobby so they will put censure on the country. You see how she don't know nothing as CDC now? And you know what I love about the Liberty Radio? It's right in the heart of CDC. It's in they play CDC and living. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That station is right in the heart. That can go to District 6 and go to them when they call, yes, Mr. Cummings that gay, Mr. Cummings that this, Mr. Cummings that that. Because they didn't get a damn thing to say. They didn't get nothing to say about Mr. Cummings. So don't be afraid when they tell you, say, Joshua will win. Joshua will win where? Even Spoon can say from now to judgment. It would never happen. Like I listened to Spoon yesterday. Oh, Mr. Cummings had to go to Congress. Mr. Cummings had to go to Tony Blair. Mr. Cummings had to go to this place to win Joshua. And Mr. Cummings cannot win Joshua alone. Liberian people, Mr. Cummings is now going by himself, yeah? The Liberian people are supporting Mr. Cummings. The CPP is alive. The CPP is stronger than before. In fact, let me give you another breaking news. NEC have warned. They sent a strong warning to Yombly. She must desist from using the Liberty Party name because Liberty Party is in a collaboration. So she's going to organize for people to protest. It's good. These are the people who say Mr. Cummings is desperate, but they are desperate to be vice president. Mr. Cummings never got into the race to run for vice president. Mr. Cummings was running for president, and presidents select vice president. Nobody in the history have run for vice president before. So when you hear politicians and other people who are saying it, they are very, very stupid. No brains. No brains. Like Tiawan, I like Tiawan. He said it. There are so many ways we can talk. In politics, it's negotiation. I can tell you, if Joshua make it to the first round along with anybody, we're defeated. They don't want to go with Alex Cummings. They don't. And I will tell you today, if you don't want to believe me, and you don't need to believe me, you don't need to listen to what I'm saying. You don't need to listen to it, but I will tell you today, I have 100% proof and conviction that Mr. Cummings will win the next election clean. In that government, in that country. Liberians don't talk too much. You don't know what they are. Liberians will vote for Alex Cummings. Before December, they will get the message and they will understand, they will get to know who Alex Cummings is. Gradually, they are picking up. The most corrupt man that you will ever think of in Liberia will support Mr. Cummings. Because guess what? It's not that they are corrupt, but because the government is corrupt. So some people not strong enough to say, well, if I will just live with it. I will just live with it. You telling me Alex Cummings versus George Weah. You think because, oh, call us 7%. We are the 7% group. In 18 months, we were able to get 100,000 supporters. In 18 months, we defeated all politicians, people who been there for so long, like Bernard Ure. People who been there for so long. So by the time the guys then call Mr. Ure, oh, Mr. Ure, get them money quick to organize. It won't move us. It is their right to go anywhere. We lose 1 or 2 members, we get triple. We got triple. Mr. Cummings is the only politician who is going around. Then you're putting it, they're trying to put Mr. Cummings in a situation like Mr. Cummings is the problem. Oh, Mr. Cummings should go, Mr. Boakai, because Mr. Boakai is not feeling too well. Mr. Cummings will run the country. Oh, anything can happen to Mr. Boakai, then Mr. Cummings will take over. We don't want it. We don't want it. That is why other people are fighting today to go with Mr. Boakai, because they believe that Mr. Boakai will not make it. Then they will be the next president. You can try it on your own. Go. Do it. Yombly, you can go. Darius Dillon, you can go. We don't want to go after somebody to be a VP because he's going to die tomorrow. Is that what you're thinking about? Look, Liberia, where we are right now, we're looking for leadership. We're looking for somebody who will stand up, who will bring that pride back, not to take Liberia to be some social club, not to make Liberia as if it is their property, making fun. You got a president who don't care about Liberians, but they were able to spend over $100,000 in America to transport people from one city to another city. Yes, to transport them to go and see President Weah. And then nothing pisses me off was, I would not be living in America to go sink, to go see the president and start sinking. That was a disgrace. That was a disgrace to me. I never believed it. I could not believe that it was Liberian. That I know some of them from Bristol Garden and other places went over there sweating like a dog. And President, we are spitting in the mouth, lying in the cheering. They would cheer, they've been cheering for the last 5 years, and they would cheer for 6 years. Liberians in Liberia, the voters will remove President Weah. To the young people, your future is in our voting booth. From 19 to 35 years, if you don't take the responsibility now, you will not get it in. There is no option in President Weah. There is nothing new. There is nothing under their sleeves. The first thing, look at it, they say, hope for change. No, change for hope. You change, then you hope for something. Jesus Christ. Everything is backward. This is the first time I see a president support corruption. How can our president give a speech at the United Nations and is dead? The president just spoke at the UN. You can't hear it on no radio station because there is nothing in there. Writing a speech, reading it, and what is in there is two different things. They wrote it. He read it like they say, look at him, glad, read. So just what they put on the paper, that's what President Weah did. And to quote to him, oh, I give it right. Yes, you give the speech right. But what you say in that speech were lies. The government of Liberia spent $21 million from 2019 to 2021 to rehabilitate Zogos. You believe that? You believe that? Lies. The president continued to lie. The president even tried to justify. And you said the people giving a restricted visa. I am citizen of the world. You hear it? The president said he's a citizen of the world. You know what I mean? If anybody tell you that they are citizens of the world, they are citizens of America. America is the only country when you get a passport, you can go to any country in the world. Nobody can stop you. The same president told the sedition. The president said Liberians should not be spectators in their own country. But this president go to Ghana and bring contractors to do his work. And while he left Liberians, he on the ground. He said it. This president, even the dog, his dog, cannot even go to Liberia. His dog, his children, they out. The first lady of Liberia lived in Ghana. When the president was going home, He had coming to the States. He stopped in Ghana to pick her up. The first lady of Liberia had received $7.5 million. Today, the project ain't over yet. Nobody can tell you what the first lady did with $7.5 million. Nobody talking about it. Nobody talking about it. Taxpayer money to the first lady office, $1.5 million every year. We gone 5 years now. This first lady have not dedicated one project. They stay fixing, but they were able to build all the houses. Oh, the president is the best president. He was able to build his house on 9th Street, rebuild it, the best house ever in the country. Now, even a sea cannot even move it from there. And one in Dwazon, and build a whole village in less than 1 year, 3 months. The president continued to lie to the Liberian people, and the journalists, they all over the place. They pay them, they call themselves journalists because they own radio. They call themselves John the List because they own radio. They got access to airtime. And they are lying, and they are looking at Ellis Cummings trying to destroy. You can never destroy Ellis Cummings. He studied, he's ready, he prepared, he had been tested, and he knows exactly what he was going in. Where was Nima Bowen when Mr. Bwaka testified against Mr. Cummings? Yes, against Mr. Cummings because it was a bogus case. It was a bogus case, and it was lies and envy and jealousy. And he testified. And he lied on the oath. They testified against Mr. Cummings. It was a bogus case. They know that very well. So we got a problem. The UP is the one who's still fighting Mr. Cummings. We're not fighting UP. We're not fighting Mr. Bwaka. We respect Mr. Bwaka. He served his country. But what we are saying, and we will say it every day, Mr. Bwaka do not have the energy. It's not about age. It's not about age. It's not about him will retire, but he don't have that energy. There is no way Mr. Bwaka have not been around the country for some time. Oh, because he was popular? Yes, he's popular. We agree. We agree because that is how Liberia been operating. Oh, the vice is popular. Nobody denying the fact. Oh, Mr. Cummings can never win the election without Mr. Bwaka. Yes. But the fact of the matter is that Mr. Bwaka cannot bring the change either. Cannot bring the change. He don't have that energy to get up 4 o'clock in the morning to go places. He don't have that energy to take 1 week straight to get in car to go from place to place. You don't have that energy. They got some people who are 80 years old and stay strong. Bishop Tipo, Father Tipo. The last time I saw that, he was 74 years old. I'm talking about 22 years ago. I know that he's still alive. Strong crewman. Some people don't have that energy. Mr. Bwaka do not have it. He said it on 50-50. Once a man get pacemaker, you can never tell me that he's the same. A pacemaker man can live for 20 years. A pacemaker man can live for 1 year. A pacemaker person can live for 2 days. Anything can trigger that pacemaker, and that's it. So you can never tell me that you in a condition. Do you know why Dick Cheney never ran as president? Dick Cheney had a pacemaker. He was a VP. So VP, they keep you on the down low. You don't got to stress yourself. So when George Bush left, he looked at him for a long time. He said, listen, I'm going to waste my time. And that was it. That was it. So what we are saying, Mr. Bwaka served Liberia. He served Liberia. Look, I respect people who serve. So it's not what we're looking at, oh, governmental experience. When you talk about governmental experience, you chair meetings and whatsoever. Mr. Cummings to have experience. He have experience from outside. There is nothing in the Constitution saying that for you to run for senator or representative or president, you must work in government. That's a big black lie. Nothing like that. There is no school that you go to that they will teach you how to be president. No. That is why the Constitution of Liberia do not call Did I tell you he must get BSc? They didn't tell you he must get masters. But by right, the good thing to do, you must be smart, you must be educated man. You should know left or right. You should know how to make a good decision. You should know, because one decision will kill people. One little stupid decision you make will destroy the lives of a lot of Liberians. You know what I'm saying? So that is what we're saying. So where were Nima going? All those months when Mr. Cummings were going to court, they were dragging him, lying on him. They ever talk to any of the political leaders and say, y'all take the team from court, y'all go talk it? After they left the party, everybody gone on their own. Then you're saying that we together. So many ways we together. If you go against George Weah, I will support you. Can you support me if I go against George Weah? You can't answer the question, but I can answer the question. But all I know, I will go against George Weah. This election is about George Weah and Mr. Cummings. And I listened to Spoon, another trick they playing. This is a trick they play. They're saying that this election is between Mr. And the argument should be between Mr. Cummings and Mr. Joseph Boakai. No. It's not between us. It's with George Manneh Weah. As far as I'm concerned, I am running against George Manneh Weah. He's a bad leader. He's a terrible leader. He has damaged Liberia. If we give President Weah another term, we will be committing a suicide, and he will put it in your face. You saw the latest video he did in the house. He put his banner. He said, look at the enemy, the jealous, hey, hurting them. A president of Liberia telling his people that he's hurting them. You see that? That is how George Weah thinks. I would say things, I would get them things to talk about. He bullied people. He's a bully. A president of Liberia telling the people, trying to justify, Mr. President, if you listen to me, since you try to justify that you're free to go anywhere, publish your visa that they gave you. They gave you a restricted visa, Mr. President. And Liberia, let me tell you something. Whenever they say they give you a restricted visa, it means that you can't go certain places. If you go there, you own your own. President Weah could not leave from over there and go to no Florida. He was in the same New York. So leaving from the UN building to go down to a place and the police, 1 or 2 police cars carrying him, ain't nothing. Ain't mean that they will not stop you. They will not stop you. If you go beyond and anything happens, they're not responsible. That's why they give you restricted visa. If you leave and enter Philadelphia, something go wrong. When they get to know, the president in Liberia in Philadelphia and people attack you, what are they going to say? Nothing they're going to say. Because they say, we told you not to go there. We told you not to go there. So when they give you restricted visa, you stop and stay. So going to New York, it's not a justification to show to the Liberian people, Mr. Cummings, Mr. Weah, your government is corrupt. And your whole sedition, you don't have nothing to run on. You can never run. President Weah got record. Defend his record. You're not even lied to us about roads because we know the whole trick. President Weah who led news like that. You saw him breaking ground in Nima County. You saw him breaking ground in Maryland County for roads. No, it was in progress. Government continued. Show us. The president said today we got free education in Liberia. He said it to the sedition, they were clapping. Bunch of stupid people in America. If you honor my life in your sedition, you stupid. If you're a George Weah supporter in America, you stupid. God bless you, you come to America and you still acting like slave to yourself. Your people suffering, you force. Some of the relationship with us and George Weah, you think that's what we're looking for? You think that's what we're looking for? You should be ashamed of yourself. You live in America and you chasing President Weah to beg, they bribe you, they pay your way, they transport you, they give you plane ticket, and you went there, you wore your cap, and you singing. What a shame. What a shame. And he would never call you. My friend, and Chappie Charlie. President Weah called him out. He got 2 degrees, you know that? 2 masters. He was all beyond George Weah. They abandoned him. They abandoned him. So seditions, you do it to yourself. George Weah is a smart guy. Let me tell you today. He knows that you guys are nothing. He knows that you guys will always fall for him because you're begging. You're begging for jobs. You're begging for jobs. So he believed that anything he do, you will follow him. He said, 12 years, I do nothing in Liberia. The people give me money. Then I do small things, they will vote for me again. But he see, that is where President Weah, now I understand that President Weah got a serious problem. The President Weah talking to sedition in America. Man. He said, I challenge the senators. You know, I used to work there before. I said, the retirement age is 65 years old. Why should somebody be 80, 90, they won't run for office? And they start clapping. Oh, yeah. They may get sense. Sedition. Elected positions are not civil servant positions. You're too stupid. You can be 90 years old and run for office. You can be 100 years old and run for office. In America, you can be old like a church rat. If you think you can move around and the people tell you, say you're healthy, you can run for office. It got nothing to do with retirement. They can, a company can hire you at the age of 80. But they will not employ you like you want to go there as an accountant or whatsoever. They can hire you for your expertise. So you can run for office. It got nothing to do with age. The president of Liberia don't know that. So he's saying that Mr. Bwaka is 80 years old, he won't run. So Mr. Cummings will be 65 or he will be over 65, then he want to run. You see the president of Liberia, you see the problem we're going through today? The president don't even know that elected posts are not civil servant positions. He don't know that. He don't know. And the Liberian people who support him don't know too. They were clapping. They say, yeah, they got too smart. And the president was proud, saying it publicly. President, Mr. Bwaka don't need to resign. He got a right to run. The only thing that can stop you from running is your mental self, your mental state. If you stay strong. You see in America, look, in Africa, or 80 years old, African, it's not an easy thing. Look at other African president today. Look at the president of Cameroon. You can hear him know. There are people who running the country. He's just sitting there. They're enjoying themselves. He's dead. He's in a wheelchair. He had done so. The day he died, there will be a fight in Cameroon. Yeah. Oman Bia. So the age has nothing. We're not against Mr. Bwaka because of his age. What we are saying that Mr. Bwaka do not have that stamina anymore to move around. Other people who are being, even in the UP, people, my first time see people fighting to go as VP because of a man's age. They told Mr. Cummings, oh, Alex, you can go as VP. It's just that Mr. Cummings is a diplomat. He's a diplomatic person. What I mean, in a sense, he ain't been a United ambassador because you're called a corporate ambassador. Cummings, no. Listen, Bernard Ure, it's just that Mr. Cummings don't want to say the truth. Once he say the truth, he don't want to boss Bernard Ure out. Bernard Ure told Mr. Cummings, my man, you can go as VP. You know, Mr. Bwaka, anytime a man that paper they're not too strong again. Mr. Cummings just don't want Mr. Bwaka and Mr. Ure feedback. That is what they told. They've been telling Mr. Cummings. Oh, Mr. Cummings, you know when you go with Mr. Bwaka, you don't want to run the country. Maybe in 3 years, Mr. Bwaka will resign, or maybe the public will not make it. Mr. Cummings never said he was running for vice president, and nobody run for vice president. Oh, Mr. Cummings is the one who should put everything aside and say, hello, Mr. Bwaka, can I go as your vice president? But he left the house already. He left the apartment already. He's not in the building anymore. He is not in the building anymore. Okay, I sent a request to Anthony. Maybe he might join me if he's watching. So you see, so Lima Bowen, these are the people today, they pay the journalists to sing this song to scare Liberians. Oh, if the opposition don't come together, George Weah will win. That's a lie. The opposition will come together. When we get to the finish line, they will come together. Even a KK dog take part in the election, go against President Weah, we will take the KK dog because the KK dog got a chance too. This government is the first government in Liberia that exposed, that encouraged corruption. That the president support corruption 100%. Magay, he resigned. Instead of firing him, he resigned. And Magay used the University of Liberia buses to take people to Magibi. Magay is still operating in Liberia. He used the University of Liberia buses to take people to Magibi County. You see that? And then you're laughing. Today we can't find rice in Liberia. Rice gone $25. That is the worst thing. We don't like to politicize rice. But because the government official got their share in there, the president said he reduced inflation. I don't know about how. They think all over the entire world, we know that things are high. We know that things are high. Look at Sierra Leone president. There was a demonstration in Sierra Leone where police and other people died. The president came out and apologized to the people and said, I will do the right thing. Why, President Weah refused? Because he never take responsibility. Liberian people, it is your call. You make no mistake to support Mr. Weah. You make no mistake. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. That was your right. That's your constitutional right. Everybody has the right to contest. That's the beauty of democracy. So we are member of the CPP, along with Unity Party, Liberty Party. Liberation Party will come in. Another party will come in. People are coming. The chairman already endorsed Mr. Cummings. We will take it. You see, the Bible tells us that you can be so bad, but God will give you what he promised you, and God will punish you for your sin. God punished David, but at the same time, God promised. He said David is the next king. My people, ask yourself the question. You say you don't know Mr. Cummings, but today there are people who running in Liberia want to be president. You know them? You know them? No, you don't know them. But only Alex Cummings you don't know. Who is this man that want to change this country? He coming from nowhere because the old politician afraid of him. Now you, as a citizen, you're not afraid because you want to change. You want a school. You want hospital. You want good infrastructure. You want for the world to know Liberia again as a nation, not as a social club. You want for the other people to respect us. You want to benefit from the diamonds and gold and bauxite and everything in that country. You want to be part of that eating pain. You want jobs. You want your government to be business friendly, not to steal from the business people. Because of corruption today, that is why our public schools are nothing. You got government officials, elected officials who are now political, humanitarian. They're spending, they're building schools, they're giving to Moserado County, they're doing this because of re-election. They use your own money on you because when you elect them, they will get it back. And you in Liberia, you say, oh, Mr. Cummings didn't do nothing. Even Mr. Cummings can open a company in Liberia. How many Liberians it will employ? Coca-Cola, Firestone, that is the biggest company in Liberia, or Mental Steel, or other people, they employ all the Liberians? No. The biggest employer in Liberia today. Okay, let's go to the government. The government employ all the Liberians? No. Mental Steel employ all the Liberians? No. Mr. Ure employ all the Liberians? No. So even if Mr. Cummings, who today he got people working for him, he can never employ all the Liberians. Mr. Cummings can go and build 10, 15, 30 houses. It's not for you. It's for he and his family. Ain't got nothing to, it will not put food on your table. So even Mr. Cummings can go and open business in Liberia. You will not benefit from it. And he can't employ you because he will not employ everybody. But as president, the government responsibility is to create a job, create avenues that people will come in the country to create jobs. You can't suppress the people who get the money. Other good government, and I will tell you, some of the things I say, these are the things Mr. Cummings will say, Bianco, you say, if you get somebody who coming in the country with $50 million to invest, why the government can invest in that person to join and say, just to guarantee that business? So Mr. Cummings know how to negotiate with country. That's what he did for Coca-Cola. He's a financial officer, my people. You don't know that? You people are vexed because Mr. Cummings retired and he keep it. He manages money. He manages money. So all of them, friend, your team, Mr. Cummings, going put in line and be giving people money. Mr. Cummings have done more good in Liberia than any Liberian running for office. I challenge them any day. Let them bring it up. Let them show it. And he don't talk about it. That we don't want talking about it. Prince Johnson came up. Prince Johnson said, Mr. Cummings are gay. He supported gay. Mr. Cummings never supported gay in his life. And he said it. And he continued to say it because Liberians will believe in lies. We listen to people. We don't research. Mama B died. That today I won't bring the tape up. After you edited the tape, CDC is so good that CDC and UP playing a stupid game. CDC and UP members, they are the one playing this game about gay. When the UP government have more gay working, the Minister of Education go gay, the Minister of Commerce was a gay, the President's son was a gay. Plenty of them in that place were gay. You even accused Dara Dillon of being gay. So people like Dara Dillon supposed to come up to know, to say, y'all know that thing you're saying there? How it's terrible. People say Dara Dillon was loving to Robert Salif. People went around, they say, oh, President, we are not gay. President, we are slept with that person. He's sleeping with boys. When you don't have, they will not put food on your table. In fact, you stick to the issue that will help Liberians. And some people get a show. They say, oh, Mr. Cummings is not gay, like on the school. Stanton said, no, Mr. Cummings is not a gay. But on his platform, guests saying it. Kev Hassan is paid by your Liberian government money. Kev Hassan, he's a Sierra Leonean, born in Sierra Leone. He cleared his page the other time, long time. When you look on Kev Hassan page, I tell you, nothing my old phone. And Spoon and word of it. On Kev Hassan profile, you will see there date of country of origin, Sierra Leone. Go and look at the background of Kev Hassan. He's from Sierra Leone. So he don't give a damn. He lied. He get paid. And Spoon encourage it. Lie to our people. Give them false information. Today, they stopped Spoon from covering the president arrival. According to James Goode, Toby say you can't cover it. And it was wrong. It's wrong. These are some of the things we're talking about. You support, so that the news they go in now. Oh, you know, if the opposition don't come together, President we are win. You lying, will not accept it. That's a lie. Opposition not making no appointment in government. Opposition do not collect taxes. Opposition was not at the UN speaking. Opposition don't run the country. President Weah is the one who run the country. He the one who get you in high shape. Stop being used. Stop being used. We should be happy. We get 22 parties again. We get few parties that will run. You should be happy. It is your right to support now. Choose your candidate. Look at the candidate. Mr. Cummings is better off, stronger than every one of the candidates who are running. He's not the most qualified one. No. He's not the most qualified, and nobody there qualified than him. But we are talking about leadership. I've not seen Mr. Tewon Gongo leadership yet. He just starting. I know Tewon to be a clean man. I know Tewon to be a guy who challenged Ellie and refused and left and resigned. Yes, we know that. But Mr. Cummings have proven over the time to be a leader. A leader don't react. Or leader don't just listen to people and start taking action. They took Mr. Cummings to court. Everybody said, Mr. Cummings, you sue Europe for what? He said, that's politics. I'm not going to just listen to you to kind of dilemma, to waste my time. And somebody they say, oh, Mr. Cummings had to go to Congress on Spoon. I listened to Spoon yesterday. Mr. Cummings had to go to Congress. He got to go to Tony Blair. He got to call George Bush. He got to call this other person just to win George Weah. You see the false information? You might say they're trying to be tough, but you can't be tough and lie to the Liberian people. America never imposed sanctions on Liberia. We should be happy. So you're telling us, Magay, he's not corrupt? He stole money, and we all know. The president refused to even investigate because the president accepted. He encouraged it. He never even uttered it. He even talked about it. The world is watching. He said in his speech, the international community laughing at us. Laughing at us. CDC got more problem than anything. The corruption. You got Lester. Dr. Lester Tandy, who came and disgraced CDC. Although he refused to add the president because he just want a job seeker, he would just be teaching, that's all. After they cost the president indirectly, you get Samuel Chwede who's snitching on their own government. But you're ready, you're blame Mr. Cummings to show that Mr. Cummings is powerful. So if you think because of Mr. Cummings they put in sanction on Liberia, then we rather make Mr. Cummings president. Because we are beggars. We beg America for everything. For everything we beg America. You said the president was happy to be in America. You see the president's house? They're not the old house there. You see that house that in? Okay. Yeah. You sitting there as if President Weah are the only man who played football for Liberia. For the first time, our government, your asked Joy Howard Taylor if there were money in the budget for her when she was first lady. We gave the first lady $1.5 million. 5 years today, $7.5 million. No report, and we see nothing the president she did. Nothing she did as first lady. The place you were building, they didn't finish with it yet. They just gave you a handful. They just say, oh yeah, the first lady doing good, oh, this and that. You think $1 million that's small money? Your Liberian, you think $1 million small money? Your sedition who in America, God bless you. You're king to this country. You're doing good. You go home. You go home. Carry your children there. You go to the place, you can't even spend correct 1 week, you back. Jerome Game, go home, you retired. But you want job in Liberia, George, we are government, he can't give it to you. You retire, go home. We'll bury you in America, don't worry. Because you can't go home. Because John, we will not give you a job. Mr. Cummings retire, he home. Mr. Cummings, the first man who running for office. who retired. You know, he reminds me of, you see that one Nancy Pelosi? Nancy Pelosi had her children. She did everything. The children were in college before she got into politics. Mr. Cummings, go back and listen to her old video. Not because Alex Cummings quiet. Alex Cummings had relatives, people in Liberia during the war, that he had to send for them the same way everybody was doing the same thing. The same way people were sending money to the people back home, that how Alex Cummings was sending money to people back home. He must send money to you. Why y'all Liberian people, you're so stupid? Why most of us are stupid? Why we love to beg? We beg too much until people disrespect us. You beg your friend Liberian man until he get no respect for you. He get no respect for you. That Alex Cummings send you in refugee camp. Alex Cummings got his own family. Joshua got a family. Everybody get a family. We say, oh, President, we are used to help the poor. Which are the refugee camp? Which one? I'm still asking people and challenging them. Even a president, we are in the refugee camp. You saw him talking to refugees. You saw him going there and carry water. There were Liberians who used to leave from America, go to Ghana and buy rice for Liberians in the camp. Bring things for Liberians in the camp. There were missionaries who used to go to Liberia. Reverend people didn't know about it. I challenge them. Makalaw, tell me, you ever went in a camp with President Weah? Because you were in a camp too. You were in a camp. Modu Masekwe, you ever went to Ghana camp with President Weah? Karika, you ever went to Ghana camp with President Weah? You ever stood in front of refugees to say, my people, you will go home one day? No. But you lie. So if you leave the refugee camp and go beg for money, because I went to that hotel so many times, 2 times, Lone Star was playing game, and I did the recording. I did a recording for Lone Star, free, because I had camera. So the only thing I used, I went in the field with Lone Star when we played Gambia, and I think Gambia and Algeria. And Liberians went there to beg because it was not easy. We saw Liberians going there and talking. What we get from them? It was me, this girl who was married to Kevin Sabway. She was one of my commentators that day. And what was it? Kevin Sabway ex-wife. And I seen this, she and Kevin Sabway hook up, although they knew each other a long time. So you guys, you ever saw, I challenge them. Show me picture. Because at that time, President Weah was a superstar. When they used to camp at Kings Bay Hotel. Journalists used to be behind President Weah. So if he went there in the night, or he went there one day and went to Lips and bought a few beer and gave it in the night and give it, then he went to camp. You know how many Liberians go in that camp that help people? That even through them, people came to America? You need to stop it. Now, President, we are president. For 5 years now, he been going to Ghana in the night. He go and come back. He never visited the camp. He never stepped foot on the camp to say, let me talk to my people. The people all on internet. Oh, the Ghana people say we will move. We should leave. We should go. We should this and that and that and that. The government never. They just say, President, we are got Liberia in your heart. Getting Liberia in your heart, what it means? I love Liberia. It ain't gotta be set in my heart. Liberians, what are we doing to ourselves? We overrating, we upgrading corrupt people. We look at criminals, we give them positions, and we see good people in Liberia. Tier 1 Gonglo, Alex Cummings, good people. You don't want them. But we look at killers and other people, corrupt people, and give them positions. They have turned to be millionaires overnight in our faces. And they're coming right back to you to give you $5 back arrest, and you will vote your future again and put it in their hands. Like the like of Akara Gray, who don't even live in the district anymore, built his house in Dwazon. Now he's still renting one room and you still coming there. He said, I'm not going to run again. But he spent all his money on a wedding. Now, and now he said, now, so he won't come back again for you to vote for him. Are you going to vote for him? Liberians, do not commit a suicide, please. Do not. You'll say, oh, you're in America, you're talking too much. We are Liberians. You beg this country every day. You send us text every day to pay for $5, $10. We're not bragging about it. But with the same people like you, we feed it. It hides us. We can't help everybody. We got some people we help. We can't help everybody. I don't get money to sit down and say, I will get everybody $10. By the time I get everybody $10, by the time you reach 10, I want it right there. You sitting there, President, we have grew change in your face in 5 years. Oh, you got to get CC camera because they can protect you. You ain't get food to eat, they won't get CC camera. And even if you get CC camera, you don't get light. And even if you get light, you don't get internet because you want for the CC camera to be online too now. Why the government can put CC camera around the country? Because there is no light. They respond, the president of Liberia took an oath to defend the constitution of Liberia. And who make up that constitution? The citizen. With the corruption in Liberia. Then Liman Bowen, you telling me that if we don't come together, President Weah will win. I think you have taken bribe from President Weah. Where were you when Mr. Bwaka, the other people were trying to destroy Mr. Cummings through the government? You never said a word. Even Tiawan Gonglo never said a word because everybody, Mr. Cummings is a threat to every one of them. To every one of them, Ellis Cummings is a threat. People get to know Ellis Cummings now. And only one politician in Liberia working on. Only one man still going around. They say, oh, but Mr. Bwaka get news. He can't go nowhere. Tiawan Gonglo is a good man. But the work that Mr. Cummings has put in and the leadership that Mr. Cummings has been showing, it's not because of Tiawan, he's an honest man, so that means he showed leadership. No. Or because he resigned. No. Ellis Cummings could not have worked in a corrupt government. He would not work with corrupt government. With his discipline and what he believed in, and he's the only consistent politician to do it in Liberia. He has never changed. He either upgraded his speeches or he kept it the way it's supposed to be. He stands by what he believed in. So if we don't vote for him, it will not kill him. And for me personally, I'd rather lose with him and I will sleep sound. I will never regret it. I will never ever regret it. If I lose supporting Ellis Cummings, I will never regret it. I can tell him I did that. It will not kill me. It will not move nothing on me because I believe that Ellis Cummings is the best candidate for Liberia. I saw it in him 2017, and I believe nobody have come close. We need to ask these people, what can you do for our country? Ellis Cummings got a platform out there and saying it, and we got some so-called educated people and saying like Jerome Gilman, I've never seen what Mr. Cummings want to do. He never talked about everything. You see, because Gilman is in the same age or he older than Mr. Cummings, and Mr. Cummings living a decent life than him. Mr. Cummings is well known than him. Mr. Cummings lived in Liberia, but Jerome in America, when he died, we bury him in America. When Mr. Cummings died, we bury him in Liberia. That is the business. So Mr. Cummings is a patriotic citizen, a man who went out and worked and went home. Mr. Cummings got more property in Liberia than anywhere around the world. Mr. Cummings don't go around and say, oh, hey, I gave you money, hey, I do this. Do you know how many person Mr. Cummings pay the hospital bill? Because he respect people. It's not like President Weah who paid the hospital bill for the vice president and announced it, because President Weah was the first person who announced about the vice president pacemaker, and even giving the vice president $2,000 when his mother and his father-in-law, somebody died. Only President Weah can do that. When President Weah was playing football, show us some of the things that he did. Show us something in Liberia that was done by President Weah when he made it, when he was making the millions of dollars. In America today, all the celebrities, go and look at all the other football players, what they're doing in their country. That is what celebrities do. You give back to the community. Mr. Cummings gave a generator to BWI that cost over $65,000. Show me the one that President Weah gave when he never ran for president, just as a humanitarian. He never gave a Tiger generator to nobody. Mr. Cummings contributed to the University of Liberia Scholarship Fund. President Weah gave $5,000 when Doe was still living, and one bus. That the only money we know about today. I challenge anybody. Let the University of Liberia say President Weah gave this when he was a senator. That's a lie. That is why he can say he paid Gafan school fees. When Doe was president, President Weah contributed $5,000 in a bus. At that time, he came from Monaco. And he gave it. That was a good gesture. But today, when after that, he never, when the time we needed him most, during the war, he never. Let us show us the school that President Weah paid school fees for people. To say he got scholarship, he got student in the school. Let us show it when he was a senator. Let us show it. President Weah said when he was a senator, he called Eugene and he said, my man Eugene, my man, the children and behind me to pay for the WIAC fee and this and that. And he forgot. Eugene already in UP. He forgot when he was giving that statement. This president can just speak and think that Liberians will not catch him. This president told us he got 2 farms in Sano. Any of the journalists follow it? On ELBC, Colley and Lejehu Rennie interviewed the president. The president said he got 2 farms in Sano and he told the boy to harvest and eat it. How can you get 2 farms and you never want to visit the farm? We see it. The journalists in Liberia, you ever went to check? We can't allow the president to just give a blanket statement like that. Look, it is his right. Anybody, the president appoint, but they're joking with Liberia. They're joking with our lives, our children's future. They're joking with the future of Liberia, my people. We can't sit there again. Nobody hate President Weah. We only saying that President Weah leadership is terrible. He cannot make the decision. He can't take the tough decision. He can't fire nobody. All the people President Weah fired, I mean, he don't like them. Like Eugene Fagon. He don't like Eugene Fagon. So he fired him. Everybody that President Weah fired, there's a problem between 2 of them. He ain't like them. So he fired them. Sedition went in the street. Oh, Mr. President, you got to fire Maggie, fire Twe, and this and that. No, he can't fire them. Samuel Twe never voted for George Weah. 2005, 2011, he never voted for George Weah. Eugene Namwe never voted for George Weah. But today, they are the one in charge. And seditionists who suffer. CDC got more qualified Liberians, and some of the qualified people are so damn stupid, they believe that George Weah will call them tomorrow so they will steal too, because they want to steal. I got a friend like bro, when I call him in, he got a degree and still hustling, believe that George Weah will call him one day. Because they want to steal too. They want to steal. Our president entered America and they treated him as an ordinary passenger. That was a shame. He didn't get it yet. You don't joke with America. Our president, they searched the bags. They know that. They will not tell you. They were at the airport. News can hide. The same people called to tell us that we to the airport. They called their friends. That was shame. They don't know secret because the president said, don't know secret. You don't know secret. We got a president who girls fuss on internet and curse each other. But when you sit down, you stay confused who is Alex Cummings. We stay challenging you. You sure one girl in like bro who say that Alex Cummings' girlfriend. Because you don't see it yet. You don't see it. You stay checking. Liberia news can hide in Liberia. News can never hide in Liberia. Any girl in Liberia who go over a big man will know them. We will know them. You call him gay. You should be ashamed. You call him a man who can even born you or who is well settled, who married, and you married, but you call him gay. Because you don't get nothing to say, you say he gay. But when you look in the CDC government, they got plenty gay in there. And what they say Wuru are gay. That's what they say. They say Wuru are gay, but he working in your government. And let me say that the simple man saying it. But I believe it, so I can talk about it all the time. It will not even put food on your table. It will not put food on your table. Instead of you stick to the real issue, you won't cost people. He will never be president. If Joe Weah can be president like bro, anybody can be president like bro, my people. Anybody. That's why you see all kind of people running. That's why you see all kind of people running. If George Weah, you think George Weah qualified, then he will qualify, then Alex Cummings, Joseph Boakai, and Mel Jones. No. His popularity, but what happened? The popularity failed. He was still, even the devil still get followers. So CDC, that 25%, you still get it. You still got it 25%. So I want to know how you will win election. How you think that in Liberia, you are in a ruling party now. You're not opposition again now. You're going to be smart. The last time you were opposition. So somebody put and said, no, we don't want unity party. The same thing, what goes around comes around. When it comes back to you now, you are the ruling party. You fail the people of Liberia. You fail the people. You think the Liberian people will leave a new face and vote for you? Oh, President, we are man. Amen. See, this is get driving. Let me ask you. 2017, President Weah had 38%. 3 parties, 38. Unity Party got 28. And you know it changed. All the time, Joe Weah used to get 25, 28 in the first round. But this time he had 38. In the second round, the other opposition, the 24% came from somewhere they joined. And supporting vote. Suppose they were not voting. Suppose they can support CDC, they can support UP. So they left. He won with 61. In your sound man, you think that CDC and no major we are doing? No. No. The other people joined. Ben Senvi. I will all call him because he voted for John Weah. And Musa Belete and Yombri Kanga. There were plenty. And other people went to Joseph Boakai. Few went to Joseph Boakai. Majority of people saying, I'm not voting, man. Forget it. So at that time, Joshua was opposition now. He was opposition. Now he ruling party. He finished discouraging, he now damaged the people's lives. They put not tend to beg or they can't send a children to school, they can't do nothing. They look at what they showed up and this and that. Now he's the ruling party. If Alex Cummings go against George Weah in the second round, the Liberian people will vote for George Weah and leave Alex Cummings. You're stopping there. Okay, people dropping. And y'all believe that George Weah can get 51% in this coming election? I think you're drinking water through your nose. You telling me that President Weah can get 50 plus 1 in that election? That is why they're scaring you. That is why they're using the media on you to say, if the opposition don't come together, President Weah will win. I'm ashamed. Anybody say that? I don't know what you're thinking about. Anybody tell you that? They pay them to say it. If any opposition go against George Weah, the opposition will come together. George Weah can use the last Moriman. He can put the last dust in the air. He will not catch LeBron this time. If they can get Maggie, medicine can work, man. The Moriman who live in LeBron from Mali, they can blow the dust. It will only catch sedition. It will catch sedition, y'all. Let me tell you today. And there are sedition in Liberia who would not vote for George Weah. Who would not vote for George Weah? Today, the Liberation Party chairman endorsed Mr. Cummings. Maybe the party will do it officially again. I know y'all will get vexed. Y'all will get vexed. The day Eddie Johnson can endorse Mr. Cummings again, oh, I know y'all will die. The day Prince Johnson said, turn around to him, he said, I think I got to let it go. I will endorse. When you see people coming in to endorse, Wesson got feeling them, all of them coming to endorse, I know y'all will die. Y'all will really die. Look, in politics, let me tell you today, the old politicians, they are already 20% ahead of you. Because we're in Liberia, in America, that's why we're looking at them and say, oh, that man are corrupt men. That man corrupt, that man corrupt. But in Liberia, they're not how they possible. You might say Prince Johnson are killer, but the people in Liberia like him. The people in Nimaka, they like him. You may say, oh, this guy was supporting CDC or UP, this and that. No. They're already ahead of you. You can't push them aside. There is no way. Look in the Liberian party today, the party, the Mosoya party. Look there and see who there. The only person that make the party look good now is Tiawan Gonglo, who they say Tiawan Gonglo is an honest guy. Yes, he hate corruption. Yes, he was a lawyer. He a poor man lawyer. Yes, he resigned from Ellen government because Ellen refused to fire the people there, and she fired all of them. Yes. He decided to reduce his gas price, yes. But how about the workforce in Liberia? How about the minimum wage in Liberia? He worked on it? Okay, fine. He never did it. Leadership. He was a Solicitor General. He was a Minister of Labor. People still getting less money or still better, still making $5 in Liberia. Okay, he's an honest guy, don't get me wrong, but it's not a leadership. We're looking at somebody who have proven in the time. He had a law firm, yes. Getting a law firm is saying make you to be a leader by your own business. But Mr. Cummings control people. Mr. Cummings proved leadership in the CPP, and it worked. The CPP damaged under Mr. Bouaka. Every one of your tribe, every one of them tried to damage Mr. Cummings. The Bena Ure and whatsoever. Yombli Kanga. Yombli, you can't be vice president of Mr. Cummings. You can't. That's why you're fighting. And Necto Yombli say, listen, stop using the people's name. She's not a political leader of Liberty Party. She's not. She is not the political leader of Liberty Party. So she says she will lay complaint to the international community when they go. She will lay complaint to America too, and ECOWAS. So she's going to demonstrate. Y'all go demonstrate. Now we're coming to know the real membership of Liberty Party. Because I expect not less than 10,000 people in the street now. 20,000 people in the street. Y'all go and demonstrate and go lay complaint. Y'all go lay complaint. Liberians, look, y'all can hate comments from now to Judgment Day. The fear is that if Cummings is out of the race 2023, he's not going to run again. It will give some of them the time, to run in 2029 because George Weah will be. But let me ask you, I don't know where the people coming from. Look, we'll be honest here. If George Weah was doing good, if George Weah was in a position where he was so good, until even Alex Cummings are going to run. Until nobody said I'm going to run to be friend with you. People are just going to run because of running sick. But nobody going to run against George Weah. With the popularity that he came with. Then he said, "We're giving not." Hey, man, I will give President Weah time when he do the first one now. They may do nothing the first 6 years. Then he said, "We'll give you another time again for what, number of people?" That won't get sense. No sense in that one. No. That one a good English. That one a good idea. No, that's not a good idea. We cannot give you another time, Mr. President. We cannot. We cannot give you another term. We can. We cannot. You said that the people, they are stealing. Our people are suffering. The market people, you build market for them, but they are suffering. You say you build more hospital in Liberia, that's true. But no medication there. You just put a building. And Mr. President, you say you build hospital, you did this, but no medication, no Panadol, no aspirin. But you say you build hospital. You say you got free education. The post they get a school. You said free education in Liberia. What are the parts of free education in Liberia, people? You just got to say, somebody pay the people graduation fee. Liberia running a club. They say the president put like he put solar panel all over the place. The battery there. Let me ask you. The solar panel, the lights that they put in the street, what benefit? What benefit it go? What the economic benefit that you bring in? Because you put light in from a house, and the businessman don't have light, but he get the solar panel light there. So you just spend money for nothing. You just spend money for nothing. Citizen, you ain't get nothing to run on, yeah. You ain't get nothing to run on. And hopefully I will be hosting the LPP chairman. It's on the conversation. He's a Liberian. I know some people say, "Oh, you're not going to bring nobody on the show, this and that." Listen to me. Y'all watch me. As much as I support Mr. Cummings, I want to be fair. He gave the opportunity for him himself to talk. So I will ask questions. I will ask the same question that the people asking Mr. Cummings. I will ask them. And I Liberia People's Party, that's the Progressive Party. Why now? So you want to have the conversation? Let's have the conversation. It's not a debate. It's not good. You know what I like about Mr. Cummings? I will tell you, when you see me, I'm doing certain things because Mr. Cummings is the one who, your political leader, you got to understand him. Mr. Cummings will tell you it is the right of anybody to do what they want to do when they come to politics. You see the people who they say the chairman, and the secretary general. Don't even be moved by it. Let me repeat myself again. the Midwest USA, ANC USA Global, Midwest. They were putting a group together in Nima County. And this boy, a young guy, somebody recommended him. And he said, oh, you know, United Trend, they know politics. They call themselves an intellectual thinker. Yeah. Oh, he would do this. So they told him, say, pull a budget together, what you want to run on. The boy put a budget together and sent a budget of 750,000. Listen to me. And I'm making my stand. I'm starting. Not Liberty, $750,000. He wanted 10 cars, over 100 motorbikes. The boy listed everything. The boy said, man, I get a small exonerate. We want to see where you... So the boy said, no, that ain't too much. We're talking about maybe 50, 60,000, you know, something like that. Because they tell there's something we want to get on the ground. He started getting vexed because they can't get any money. He in the chat room talking. He make a deal with Bernard Ure. Because what I'm explaining to you, I'm explaining what his friends said. Only he and his secretary, I will go there. So Bernard Ure, oh man, because they say, oh yeah, I was the chair. But listen, he's not representing nobody in Liberia. That the group in America who were trying to organize, they accelerate. But guess what? The people stay there. They stay there. They stay in charge. There's a lady and whatsoever. So Bernard Ure send him money to mobilize. Let me tell you the real truth. The boy went and got people from the market. He got these other people. We challenge them. I challenge UP. Let UP show us the list of people who joined them, who endorsed Mr. Bouaka, that on the ANC roster. Oh, you ANC auxiliary endorsed Mr. Bouaka. Good. We accept it. We accept it. That politics. People would leave us, people would leave you, but when people leave you and come to us, don't get vexed. Don't cost them, say they know what they're doing. You hate Mr. Cummings so much that even when he stand up, your vest, he sit down your vest. The people who supported you before, they supported him now, your vest. Everything your vest on it now. By the time the people support Mr. Cummings, you say they put a corrupt people. But when they supporting you, they okay. You ain't see nothing yet. The dog there in the street, they always support Mr. Cummings. They kick a dog and the one that live in the dumper. They will kind of support Mr. Cummings, we will take it. We will take it, that means we're making, our message is moving. Y'all say they know Mr. Cummings, they're not sort of worry. Since the people don't know Mr. Cummings, then don't worry about Mr. Cummings. You don't get nothing on Cummings. You don't get nothing on him. You know in yourself that he's a good man. You know that he's the best at this time. But you saying that, oh, why you can't go with Mr. Bouaka? You better stop it. Mr. Bouaka, do the just thing. Do the patriotic thing. You know you're able in you serve your time. The mind is willing, but the body is weak. You can come up and to your statement. Don't not, George, we want to see you going against him. You see the shot that George was throwing in New York, that UP you're talking to, he called Mr. Cummings name, that UP you're talking to. They been there 12 years, they didn't do nothing, then they want to talk about this and that. And some people say they are the one who can cheer, but I won't call him. He's scared because he called President Weah, they will tell him, up to now President, he called Mr. Cummings, they will let him know again. Why President Weah can't tell us about Model? Why he can't tell us? Why he can't tell us about Model? You're talking about Louis Brown endorsing Mr. Cummings is a rebel. Why President Weah can't come out and speak about Model? Everybody accusing that he supported Model. Why he can't speak? He got all his model people in government. He got another one in Belgium, the ambassador that was Lloyd spokesman. Sedition, you will be causing Mr. Cummings. You will be saying all the things will come and pass by you because you will not be supporting nobody again. You ain't get nothing to say for Mr. Weah. You can't sell him again to the Liberian post. So you will be talking. That the election time will whip you. Will whip you. The Liberian post will trust me. But you know the good thing is that even if Cummings win, which I know he will win, nobody going after you. Nobody going to waste hunt you. If you qualify, you can apply in government. But one thing I will tell you, you got to work for government job. There will be a lot of jobs there. There will be a lot of jobs that you will be able to work. The one thing I will tell you, if you lazy, you'll not make it. But if you're a business-minded person in the Cummings administration, you will enjoy. If you want to be a business person, nobody will deprive you of what you want to do. Just do it legitimate. Just do the right thing, that's all. Just do the right thing. If Mr. Cummings is president, he will pick the best from CDC. He will pick the best from Liberty Party, the best from ALP, the best from the ANC, and the best from all over, and bring them together and build a team that will make the Liberian government a government. They say corruption starts from the head, and the fish get rotten from the head, they gill. When the leader is corrupt, everybody will be corrupt. And what makes you a great leader is what you do behind closed door. Because if you're taking money from behind closed door from your honor man will be corrupt publicly. He will let people know, but you will not be able to fire him because you know that he know you corrupt too. So if President we are taking money from Samuel 12, thousands, millions of dollars, how can President we are fire Samuel 12? And Samuel 12 bragged to his friend, President we can never fire me. I don't want to make him to eat money. The gasoline taxes, the rice, the road funds, this is what it is. They're not taking money from the other thing because IMF on them. But they're able to spend over $100,000 to carry Liberia to go sink. Plenty of them were there. Oh, say you hear America, you say, oh, say. You really dumb for truth. You hear America, you say, oh, say. Okay. Guys, you have a good day. I love you. But the thing Nima Bowen talking about, let Mr. Cummings, Mr. Bwaka, and Mr. Gonglo meet to put a group for the correlation or Ed Joya will win. That are nonsense they carry around. That nonsense. That's it, nonsense. That thing that it makes sense that nonsense, you know nonsense. Mr. Bwaka left already. Why we should go beyond Mr. Bwaka? No, let's be honest. Mr. Bwaka already left the CPP. Liberty Party and ALP left the CPP already. So we should abandon the CPP and go behind and bring Mr. Bwaka. Let Mr. Bwaka come back. If Mr. Bwaka is serious too, now let him show his patriotic side now. Why should he be Cummings? Why Mr. Bwaka ran away from the CPP without even competing? Because like my friend Mo Ali said that if we cannot compete in the CP, then we can't compete nowhere. Let me place it. Let me see if I can find it. If we can't play, if we can't compete in the CPP, how can we compete outside? I don't know how it is. My browser having problem.
Were to run away from competition in the CPP, how are we going to stand a competition national? Let me ask this question. If we were to run away from competition in the CPP, how are we going to stand a competition nationally? We will not. For me personally, I will go against any plan that say let's disintegrate the CPP. For me personally, I will go against any plan that say let's disintegrate the CPP. For me personally, I will go against any plan that say let's disintegrate the CPP.
You see that? So Mo Ali said it. He said it truth. Can Mo Ali come out and say to people that he's supposed to stand with it? See, that's why they got some UP guys like Wisner, Josh Wisner, they are all part of the CPP. Say they're not going nowhere. They're not going anywhere. There are people in the Unity Party, they're not going. They're not fighting Mr. Boakai. They will not. So guys, have a good day, good night. God bless you. God bless our country, Liberia. And tell your people back home, Alex Cummings is the best candidate this time for anything in Liberia. I'm not discouraging, I'm not saying that other people are not qualified, but for leadership, the man who can deliver Liberia economically, the man who has the ability right now, who is prepared and ready, he's ready. You can tell from his movement, his moving around the country is Alex Cummings. Talk to your people. If you're in Liberia, listen to me. Alex Cummings is the guy. Every one of them qualify. It's not the qualification, it's the leadership. And Alex Cummings has proven it. He has been tested. They took him to court. He knows that the judiciary is stinks and rotting. God showed him places. God has shown him that these are the people that are going to be fighting, and he stays standing. He's standing like a man. They have tried all things to destroy him. They failed. They failed to destroy him. Don't let nobody fool you. That when the opposition do come together, President, we will look at lie. That's a lie. It's a make-up story. That is what the social media and the journalists, the so-called journalists, according to John the List, that they want to carry around. Oh, if you don't join Mr. Boakai and this and that, that lie. When we get to the finish line, we'll decide. Maybe Joel will not even make it sense. Maybe Joel will not even running. Who knows? You might want to negotiate. Yeah. So we'll do what we're going to do. We'll knock on doors. We'll talk. Mr. Cummings working. He's not discouraged, so don't feel discouraged. If you're supporting Alex Cummings, let them announce all the polls. Let them call and say, hello, my name Peter Paul, I support Mr. Boakai. Hello, my name Yakba, I support Mr. Boakai. Hello, my name Floma, I support Mr. Boakai. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Thursday, we'll be on air, Liberty Radio. And I just realized that Liberty Radio is in the heart of CDC members. I am happy. Yes. The guy called the guy said, my man, play radio air. That's a CDC and plenty. They don't want to listen to it. I say, oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Like it, like it, like it, like it, like it, like it. Because they will be confused. Alex Cummings is the mayor, the real mayor for the deal. Okay, you'll take it easy. I'm not going through your comments. I got about 150 comments. I know some people cost me their honor. Some people cost. I thought, Dennis, how are you, my brother? I thought, say, go sit down, brother. Yep, it's sting like rotten meat, man. Yeah, the woman, I can't understand and Nima Bo. You can't talk about Mr. Comey and the woman John. You even open your mouth. All the thing that go on. You're making it look as if Mr. Cummings is the one who is the prime, because every one of them is afraid of Cummings. Every one of them, they know that Cummings, that's the only man who doing the work. If Mr. Cummings are going to sit down with us, going nowhere, it's a different thing. But this man is telling people what he will do. He has been on so many radio stations, people interviewing. You see, they say I should stop attacking the UP and focus on ANC. But the UP people who going around insulting Mr. Cummings, calling Mr. Cummings gay, calling, say, oh, the ANC accelerate, endorse us, and this and that. You ain't see that one. Your team want to listen to that your garbage talking about, oh, concentrate on this. Yo, we're not say nothing about y'all. I say nothing bad. I say nothing bad about y'all. So y'all stop it, man. I say nothing. I just trying to say that when you guys were doing all the nonsense here, taking Mr. Cummings to took Mr. Cummings to court, testify against Mr. Cummings, you ain't saying nothing. Tell me, thanks, General ANC next U.S. Chairman USA. Morella, you don't let any program be a meal. Yeah, Gerald. So, guys, thanks. I appreciate your time. You know, one thing causing. Oh, I mean, you talking to me, or maybe that somebody talking to me, because you see when you say, look at this fool talking nonsense. Yeah, it's a nonsense. Anything that nonsense, that you make sense nonsense. I agree. I'm talking nonsense. People that say, see, yeah, I told you I say some poor cost. They worry about the 7%. We are 7%. No problem. No problem. You call us 7%. You call any kind of new. They are the one who worry. Prince Masekwe, your mother holding power. I swear to God. Yeah. So people just naturally slave to themselves. When you look at your profile, you can tell. It's so shameful. And Prince Masekwe is not you're talking about UP. Prince Masekwe, he's a UP male and not CDC male. He support UP. President Weah said that he built more hospitals in Liberia. But you go to the hospital, you don't see nothing there. Oh, that one you get there, and the man ran away. Ebola. We are not in Liberia. He ran away. He gave it. He was out of Liberia during the Ebola time. And now Mr. Cummings was carrying medication for Liberia. But don't mind the people, man. They lie too much about President. We are in refugee camp. Now he president, he going to camp. Oh yeah. Fina Bono daughter, I know second or first secretary, living right here in Jersey. Every damn weekend I get her party. Me see a too strong message. He said, yeah, are the two strong messages that would destroy Mr. Cummings in 2023. The gay issue and the Liberty Party crisis. But Joshua and Josiah Smith, how can the gay issue destroy Mr. Cummings? Mr. Cummings is not gay. The man you supporting is a gay. If you supporting Mr. Weir is the one who sleep with little boys. Now I can tell from your statement, you are a UP man, and you say the gay issue will destroy Mr. Cummings. You lie because we know that you lie too much. And we will get on your back and we'll tell the Liberian people. So if you say the gay issue, and you see there, he's a UP man or he's a Liberty Party person. And how the Liberty Party issue will destroy Mr. Cummings? In what way? Because Yombli Kanga is not there. Because we expel her from the Liberty Party. They expel Yombli Kanga. She's not a political leader again, Mr. Josiah Bodball Smith. The man who you can tell now, listen, this is how you tell. One, you don't have a profile picture. You're a coward. You are nothing but a coward. I will play your page. I love it when I show like this, and we can understand. So your Smith name, we can tell you from Grandpa Sokande, and you support Mr. Boaka, you on your own. Oh yeah. Yeah, they love it. The president visited Ghana, I don't know how many times, in 5 years. He never stepped on a refugee camp to bring the Liberian people home. Never. Oh yeah, we are missing home. You want Kanye? It's not easy. We are missing home. It's hard. It's tough on him, like bro. Listen, you see, let me tell you, it is clear the same people will say, oh, Mr. Weir can sleep with the lay boys and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something today. It's not anything for me to even dwell on. I don't have that proof. But people say it. When I go low, we want to talk about the real bread and butter issue. They know. President Weir will not even come out and defend or to even say, you stop this, you stop that. Mr. Cummings won. He's not a gay. He never been a gay and never supported any gay organization. Never. He said it the last time again. He said Liberian people love to believe all kinds of things, and which is true. You love to believe lies. That's how the war came in Liberia. Because we never believe anything. You don't research. You know what I'm saying? So seditions and some of the UP, you can run around with your gay attitude, you can run around with your gay message. It will not destroy Mr. Cummings. You can lie. You can go to your church and lie that you're the one will fall inside. You started it already, you fail. You did everything, you fail. Everything you're trying to do, Mr. Cummings, you fail. So you can run around. The time you'll be taken to say gay, you're missing the point. We will talk to Liberian people. Because you ain't know who's coming is. You can see in the nightclub. You can see into a party dancing with the people cheering. You can see with one leg girl on the side. And all that thing hurting you. It hurting you, you're made people to pay you, and you're listening to it. You want to be fools for the rest of your life. You won't sit there for the man who you just elected, making senators, representatives, his riches, his children enjoying, his children sitting right in Liberia and going to university in America online. You know that? The children in Liberia, some of the children out of high school, they on the computer, they're doing online courses in America. Why are you in Liberia? Is that what you're looking for? Talking about a man or gay. Yeah, you are making a statement. Look at your life. Look at your life. Like Smith. Look at your posture. Look at your position. Look at your profile picture. Look on your page and see what is there. You can't even stand near the Cummings cheering. Somebody who can be your father. No respect. You will never watch this show again when I finish. I will block you from my page because you are useless, Bassa man. You are useless. Maybe your crewman, Josiah, but you are useless dog. You ain't got no damn respect. You sit there, people use you. You can think for yourself. Maybe you're in America. God bless you. You came to America. That's why you get a voice to open your dirty mouth and call some and insult people. It's not about you calling Mr. Cummings gay, talking to you. But the fact is that your stupidity is the one I can't stand sometimes about you guys. Because God bless you, you come to America. What a shame. It's terrible. We lie on people. We lie on people. The sedition. No, I can't understand sedition. They jump like, oh, Dara's dinner was loving to Rama Salif, this and that. Ife. You call people gay. The same people. And Molba Molu said he saw President we are kissing Akara Gray. You ain't hear that one there? Eh? The chairman of CDC. He said the president gave him all his girlfriend job. When he go and collect the money, he bring it, it's like his own money. You ain't see that one there? Eh? President, we are eat good driver, you're happy. He drive good, you're happy. And your life is still useless. Ask yourself, the last 4 years, you fought for CDC for 12 years. You don't go nowhere. You in power. They can't even create job for you. You still to the same place. We know some of you call every day to beg for money. We know you. You call all the time, harass people. Your life stay the same. But I'm not talking to you because you will never change. If you will change, you must change on your own. The other good citizens change by themselves. So your own, no matter what, you can't vote for nobody, you vote for George Weah. But the good citizens, the patriotic citizens, the one who understand, I'm a citizen. George Weah is not the country. They voted for him, yes, because they thought he was going to make a change. But he made a change for himself because he was broke. But he made a change for himself. He made his wife more richer, giving her $7.5 million, and only spent less than $1 million in the building place for girls. And they build their own houses and they get more businesses in New York and whatsoever. While her brother, they call her brother investors. And you're sitting there, can't talk. We'll change it. We're not wishing on them. Mr. Cummings, President, you're free to move. You will understand what they call a real government. Liberia will be better. Liberia will rise again. Liberia deserves better, and Liberians deserve better. Change is in the air. You can't believe that 6 years is gone by. You can't believe it. So thank you very much for watching. God bless you. God bless us all. God bless our leaders. God bless Mr. Cummings and all the other political leaders. Let God be with them and give them wisdom. I know my political leader believe in God. He can fast it all. So thank you very much. I love you guys. I love my country, Liberia. And we'll do everything in our power to make sure that Liberia is good for you and I. Yeah. Sweet Liberia will rise again. Don't give up. Don't let nobody scare you. If opposition don't come together, we will win. That's a lie. Big, black lie. Opposition don't collect taxes. Opposition don't make appointments. Opposition don't run the government. Then why you want to blame them? They don't force to come together. That's the beauty of democratic process. It's not sweet. Sometimes it twists the other way. But remember, President Weah is the ruling party. He's not an opposition anymore. So don't be afraid. You just do what you can do. Your one vote is important. Register, vote. Vote for Liberia. Vote for your future. Vote for your children. Please don't damage your children's future. The young man and woman from 17 to 35, you can make a difference this time around. Our older people, they don't care. They don't care. It's just like in America, the old people love the Republican Party. They don't care. So please, do the best for Liberia. Alex Cummings is the man who's working hard, going to places. It's not that he's desperate, but you must tell the people who you want to serve what you will do. He's not running, he's not bringing resume to you. He coming to you so you will talk to him. And he want to know some of the problem, and he know the problem because he been going around the country. Mr. Cummings visited the entire country than George Weah. You don't know that? You don't know? He go to places, he talk to people. Whether it can be children's school, they call him, he go there. Mr. Cummings want to see another Liberian will be better than him. He want to see Liberians doing good in Liberia. You're not a president we are who's scared of qualified people. Scared to appoint qualified people. Who Charles Jackson talking to? Imagine growing Edo on the farm, Edo. Smith, you just trying to make yourself look relevant, but you are just you. I know you're a podcast supporter. Okay, guys, y'all have a good day. Bye for now. I've been saying bye. Stay enjoying it. Okay, bye.